Hi everybody, this is Lulu with another original design by Fen. Today we're taking a look at the J Cage bracelet, which was invented by Jacob, one of the workers here at Sheens Design. So we're going to take a closer look at the bracelet, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it has the red and blue pattern on the outside, and if you take a closer look, there is a white interior, so the outside layer wraps around the inside. So that's what we're making today. So to get started, we're going to need a monster tail, and the three colors we'll be using are Caribbean green, white, and solid red. We'll also need a hook and a C-clip. So let's get started. So to start the J Cage bracelet, we're going to make the inside of the bracelet first. We'll be using white bands, so you can start by taking the white band and making a figure 8 in the center of the monster tail. You're going to add on one more and one more. So many of you might already know how to make the fishtail, but if you don't, the basic is that you just need to take your hook, pull out the bottom band, and loop it over. And the same thing for this side. Take the bottom and loop it over. Okay, and with that, that is the basic pattern of the fishtail. A lot of other bracelets also use the fishtail as the base for their design, or similar principles. So you're going to continue that until you have a fishtail that is long enough for your bracelet. You might want to try making it a little bit longer because the outside of the bracelet will squeeze it down and make it seem shorter than you really wanted it to. So just overshoot it just a little bit, and the outside should be good. So continue making the fishtail, and remember, don't close the bracelet off. Leave it when you finish, and I will show you how to attach the outside portion of the bracelet to the inside. So we're just going to continue with the fishtail for now. Okay, so now that I've finished my fishtail and there's only one band left on the monster tail, I'm going to take my hook and move it over to the side so that we'll have room for our next bracelet. There you go. Just like that. Be very careful not to drop your design, because that would be very, very sad. Okay, now I'm going to take my next two colors, which I will be using Caribbean green and red. So, I will be using red for the first color, and I'm going to pull my band and make a cat band, essentially. So I'm going to loop it once and twice, just like that. Okay, now using my hook, I want to pull the band out and twist it onto the next band. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Pull it out, loop it once, and, ooh, careful. You can use your thumb to hold it down. Loop it once, twice, and 3 times. There we go. And now using your hook, you can pull it out and twist it onto the peg next to it. It's going to be really tight, so make sure to be careful when you do that. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to place our second color, which is the Caribbean green. I'm going to place it over, across the two pegs. And the same thing on this side. Just like that. And now we're going to move the fishtail onto the center of our other bands. So to do this, we want to make sure we're doing this right. Okay, so watch carefully. We're going to take my hook, and I'm going to hold the bands down so that they don't fall. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to flip the bands over onto the peg right there. You see that? So there's a little bit of a cross that's happening right here. So now I'm going to move to the other side, and same thing. I'm going to put my fingers on the fishtail so that it doesn't fall out. I use my hook, pull it up, and flip my hook so that when I put it on the other peg, my fishtail is now upside down like this on the other bands. Okay? So your fishtail should now be hanging out and up. Okay? And we're going to place that on the side, out of the way. Now I'm going to put on my second layer of red. So make sure you place it across the pegs like that. So we'll have the reds going horizontally and the greens going vertically. Okay? And then we'll do another red band on this side. Okay? And now we're going to take our hook and only grabbing the white. Okay? Only taking the white. We're going to pull it around and into the center of the red pegs, the red bands. And the same thing for this side. We're going to just grab the white. Oh, I grabbed two. Just the white. See that? I'm going to pull it over onto the center of the bands so that our bracelet is hanging in the middle of our bands that we have there. Now we can just put it to the side and keep it there for now. Okay? So, now coming back to look at our other pegs, we have 3 bands on our pegs now. So, just like before for the fishtail, you're going to pull the bottom band out and over. It's a little tight because it was the triple cap. We're going to take that and pull it out and over. And again, make sure you use your finger to push the bands into the center so that they don't fall out when you loop them. Okay, so now we can move our fishtail out of the way. Do the same thing on this side. Use our hook, pull the bottom out and over. Out and over. Okay? So from now on, it'll be a very simple pattern. We're alternating between red and green. So now we just put a red layer on the top. Make sure you keep the orders of the bands the same as you place them. So now we just did red, so it's green across. Just like that. And again, I'm going to go from the bottom over. And you're going to continue in this fashion until you completely encase the inside bracelet. So what this is going to do is it's going to build the bracelet from the bottom up. Okay? And you'll start to see that as you continue through your bracelet. Okay, so we just did the green, now it's red from the sides. Just like this. Okay? You can use your hook and pull bottom up and over. And again, up and over. If you're having trouble following what I'm doing, just pause the video and try yourself. It looks very, very intimidating, but it's pretty simple. Okay. So, if you think that you've got the rhythm of it going, just pause the video and continue making your bracelet, and I will show you how to end the whole thing. J-cage ending. Alright, so this is our bracelet. And it took a little bit of time, but as you can see, the fishtail shows right through the outside bands, and it looks really nice. So now I'm going to show you how to end your bracelet. So you're going to take your hook, and just like before, you're going to pull the bottom bands out and over. So you should only have one band left on each peg. Okay. Now we're going to pull all of the bands from the pegs onto one peg. So just to make things tight, I'm going to pull them across. It really doesn't matter how or which pegs you pull from. Just make sure that you don't drop your bands as you move them. Now I'm going to pull out the bottom once again, and this just makes it easier for the C-clip. And I'm going to take this side now, and holding my finger in the middle so that it doesn't fall out, pull it off and onto the other side. Okay, now you can take your C-clip and just pull it right onto there. There we go. You can carefully pull your bracelet off. Okay. Now coming back around, I'm going to pull the two bands out from the center here and pulling it tight so that the C-clip will slip right on very easily. And there you have it. So this is the J cage with a fishtail in the center. However, we also have two other kinds of bracelets. So this one is a triple fishtail on the inside. And as you can see, the design on the middle shows a little bit better. And then we took another step up and we made a quad fish on the center. And so you can compare the different sizes of the bracelets. They look pretty similar, but it's easier to see the inside, the thicker the bracelet. So it's just up to you, whichever you prefer. So there you have it. So thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. And if you did, subscribe to our channel and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So we'll see you next time.